Hello guys, welcome to a new video. I hope I don't sound too bad in this one because I've already tried to record this once and I sounded really rough because I just got back from London MCM and I had a sore throat and a really croaky voice. So hopefully I don't sound too bad now. I know it's still a little bit strange, but it's not too distracting, I think. So anyway, this is an illustration that I've been sitting on for a little while that I haven't been able to show you, but the project that it was for has now been revealed at London MCM, and so I can show you the finished result. So this is for a little project with Space Noodle Sushi Studio, which I'm now a part of. It's a little studio made up of UK-based artists with all different styles and mediums and tools, and we're going to be making some collaborative projects together. So this was our first one. It's called Constellations. It's a little art book of illustrations based around different constellations that you see in the night sky and the myths that are associated with them. In my case, I chose Leo, the lion, and Vulpecula, which is the fox, and the fox didn't actually have any myths associated with it. I realised this after I chose it, so the idea was very open-ended for me, and in the end I just decided to go for a glittery space fox, which I did with pearlescent watercolours and gold ink. I didn't record the process of that one because I was kind of going all over the place working on it. I ran out of space in my room, so I was going all around the house trying to work on it, and it wasn't very easy to get the camera set up for that and so on. So I unfortunately don't have any progress videos of that, but I will be posting it on my social media if you'd like to go and take a look. And of course it will be in the book as well. So for Leo, I chose that because it is my star sign, even though it's a book about constellations rather than star signs. I looked up the different myths that are associated with Leo and found the Greek myth of Heracles fighting the lion. And so I drew on some Greek inspiration for the jewellery on the character. I did choose planets that were associated with Leo primarily with the zodiac rather than the constellation myth, but I just thought they worked well as a little detail on the character's arm, and I liked the way that the colour tones worked together. You can see that originally I did have a crown in the middle of the drawing, which was described as a very extra crown by everyone who saw it. It's a little bit over the top. And then I decided that because it was a bit over the top, it just wasn't working, so I took it out again. But I have kept the file, so I'll probably make it into a sticker or something in the future. But ultimately I just decided it wasn't working and it was distracting from the rest of the picture, and I needed to make it coherent and make it flow. So I took it out and I decided to just make it into a little symbol of the constellation itself. And I enjoyed using the colours in that to contrast with the warm tones of the rest of the image and sort of make a focal point. I had to work on this image quite fast because I had other projects going on. I got a bit close to the deadline with completing this, and so I had to kind of learn to streamline my process. I still know that there are a lot of things I have to learn, but thankfully the other artists in Space Noodle have been very helpful and given me a lot of advice and put up with me not being very confident in my own work, and they've been really helpful to me and a great resource for information. And so hopefully this has been something that will help me to learn and improve in the future. So it's been really interesting to see it coming together. Everyone works in different styles and mediums, and I think our work really complements each other inside the book. I really like seeing it come together, and also a funny thing is that by coincidence all of our illustrations ended up with a circle theme. All of them have a circle in them somewhere, and it wasn't planned and it just sort of happened, and I really like that. So there is a really fluid theme running through the whole thing. I decided to do a simple background because of time constraints and also because I wanted to keep the attention on the character and the lion. I decided to go for just a texture of a piece of paper that I scanned years and years ago actually. I think I had that piece of paper when I was in college, so it's about 8 years ago I think I scanned that, and I always held on to it on my computer and thought maybe this would be useful for one day, and this is finally the day that I used that piece of paper. So it made for a really interesting texture, and I thought that it worked well in the background, adding an almost metallic look. So played around with some layer modes, and so I was quite pleased with the end result of that. It was kind of a challenge drawing the lion because I don't have a lot of experience drawing animals, but I do have an illustration in my portfolio called Stripes, which was an illustration containing a tiger in the background, and that was really enjoyable to do. So I thought the lion would be a fun challenge as well, and I am actually quite pleased with how it turned out in the end. So if you would like to pick up the Constellations book, I have just finished updating my online store now that I'm back from London Comic Con, and I've got all of my new products on there, and all the artists involved in the project have the Constellations book up in their stores as well. So for this project, the contributors will vary on our upcoming projects because it just depends who's available at the time and so on. But for this one, it was obviously me, Lissy Rain, who organised it and did a hell of a lot of work to get it together, and Saphira Lou, Cowgirl M, Feline Trickster and Zombie Octopus. So I'll put their links in the description below if you'd like to check them out and see what else they've created, because they are all such amazing artists and they really deserve your attention, so do please go and check them out. Yeah, like I said, if you'd like to pick up a copy of the book, please do check out the shop link below. I have that, and also I have all of my new prints, my new sketchbook, stickers and so on. So if you missed out on the convention and you wanted to pick up some stuff, please take a look. If you did come by at the con, thank you so much. It was really nice to meet some of you guys, and I always really appreciate your support. I had a great time at the convention and it was just really amazing. I got to chat to some artists that I don't usually get time to properly talk with. I got to see some old friends, I got to make some new friends, and just overall I had a really amazing time, so thank you so much. I hope to be back in May, and I'm really hoping to have Wired done by then and to have finished the novel and possibly have the first chapter of the comic done. So thank you as always for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and that you like the end result. You can pick up a print of this, I forgot to say. You can pick up the print. If you didn't want the whole book, you can buy the individual prints of the illustrations in my shop as well. So please take a look. I really appreciate it, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye!